Greetings, lovely Scorpio, Sun sign Scorpios, rising sign Scorpios. My name is Gordon and we're going to be looking at the astrology trends for all us. Yes, I'm a Scorpio too. For all you lovely Scorpios out there. Now this has been quite an expansive time for Scorpios this whole year. It's been a time when you would have made necessarily, if not physically in the mind, a lot of changes around you. Now Venus is going retrograde. Now this has an impact because it happens in the constellation of Leo, which sits in our house of ambition. So this is a time when we're going to be facing, or the Scorpio is going to be facing challenges. So sun sign Scorpios, rising sign Scorpios, if you've got this in your chart, this can be a time of change. It can be a time when you are starting to question things. Now don't forget, Saturn has also come back into this sign. So perhaps something that has been left undone, something that we hadn't covered earlier on in the year is now coming back to present itself for sorting out. Now Venus is a great giver. It lives in the second house and also lives in the sixth house. It governs money, it governs relationships. Now when this guy starts to go backwards, or appear to go backwards, goes into a retrograde phase, it's going to look at that area of your life. It's going to be looking at the financial side, it's going to be looking at the relationship side, but it's also going to be looking at you as a personal wealth. How good are you feeling about yourself? What do we need to change? What do we need to do? Now, such an important time, such an interesting time, because it doesn't happen every day, Venus retrograde, but less so it happens with Jupiter on board as well. Now, Jupiter is a particularly powerful giver. It stays in one constellation, it moves once a year. So at the moment it's in the house of ambition with regard to Scorpio. Now this means that over the coming month that there is going to be necessarily some little tweaking, little bits of change. There is it can necessarily mean an upping of the ante. It means that what the universe is encouraging you to do is to take something to the next level. Don't let's sit in our comfort zone. We need to be drawn out of the comfort zone. Now it's interesting that Mercury now also starts its transition through Leo. This is to do with the mind, it's to do with the way that you think. It can also be to do with contracts. This is a great time for upgrading work, changing work, being offered more work, a change in the direction, more money coming in to you lovely Scorpios. This week, of course, also sees a full moon in Aquarius, and this is a time to look at what is making you happy or discontent. It's a time, Scorpio, to actually be a Scorpio. Stand back, take the emotion out and put in the sting in the tail, making sure that you are happy in yourself for the things that you are doing. It's not a great week for people trying to pressure you. It's not a great week for people telling you, do this, do that, we've got to be here, we've got to be there. Authority doesn't sit comfortably this week, Scorpio, but what does sit comfortably is that by the end of the week, and as we go into, as you move towards August, that you're going to be starting to come into a time where you can leave things from the past necessarily, or start to leave things from the past behind. I feel that there will be a moving on from anything that has been bugging you or plaguing you in the past. Very important time, and do remember, of course, with these energies, they're not defined as being at a particular time. There is a mesh, there's a merge going together. Thank you very, very much, Scorpio, for listening to me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do press the subscribe button, because there's so many interesting energies as we move through August and into September. It would be a real shame to miss. And also, of course, please share the video so that more people get to see what the channel is all about. And if you do like the video, of course, do press the like button. Feedback is so important. And of course, you can contact me direct with using the details below. I really look forward to speaking to you again next week, lovely Scorpio. And until then, stay safe.